Okay, for those who have not used EdPuzzle before, it's really nice because it allows you to use a video and break it down and ask questions throughout or give directions throughout. So I tend to use this in tandem, especially for my Spanish class, with their Google Slides that we have for work. And the first thing you need to do is create a video. So you can record yourself, you can use a video on YouTube, whatever you'd like. To use Screencastify, you can. If the video is less than 10 minutes, upload it to YouTube. It's a lot easier that way to then bring it to EdPuzzle. Or you can download it as an MP4 file, and use an EdPuzzle. But the first thing you want to do to make the easy route is put it in YouTube or find a YouTube video to use. And so I just have a random one here, and it's just the current coronavirus pandemic, so why not? You can go ahead and you just copy in that address, or you can come down to where it says to share this, but it's the same thing as this right here, okay? And then you want to go to My Content, or you can search content as well. You just paste that in there and search it. If you're going to be loading up your own that's not a YouTube video, you would go to My Content and create content. Okay, so now we have one here. You can cut the video, so if you want to trim off part of it or not, you can do that there. If you've got a video and you want to actually talk over the whole thing, you can also do that. What I tend to do is first trim my video if I need to, and then I go to the questions. So as I go throughout, I can push play, or if I already know the time slots, I can move forward, and I can place in here different questions. So I can say I want a multiple choice question and stick that in there. You can also add more options here. I also tend to go to open-ended. I do that a lot. If I have an exercise or activity from a workbook, I will say write activity 17, answers here. And they'll actually look at their book and type them right in there versus going back and forth so much. And I usually will have on the screen right here the same information of the textbook so they can see it all in one spot. The feedback I've been given from my 7th and 8th graders is they really prefer that method versus having to go through 3 different things and having the teacher right there to explain it and go over them, introduce it, and continue on. If you're videoing yourself doing it, just know that it's kind of like one of those online video courses where you're going to say, okay, go do this activity now. Great, you got it? Okay, let's go. So just kind of know that you have to have a little bit of that moderation in it also. There's also notes, so if I want them to go to a slide that we're using to pair it up with the EdPuzzle, I say, okay, now go to slide, whatever, and do this work, or think about this before we continue on. So that's it in a nutshell. When you get done, you just push save. Well, we can actually look at one that I've made. So you can see, there's a couple here. So you can see throughout there are questions, so you'll see them here. The cool thing is you can actually move these guys around, so if you want to, you can do that. Once you get done, you can assign it, and when you assign it, you're going to create a class. So you can add a class. It does not connect directly with your Google Classroom classes. It'll be whenever the kids go to the link, it puts them in that class. You can have it start and then end it, so you can actually make it so they don't have access. You can also prevent skipping. So that's nice if you really don't want them skipping any of the questions. You want to make them answer it, it can do that. And then when you're all done, also when you assign, you can get a link right here. So if you want to just embed that somewhere, or if you want to stick it in Google Classroom, you can do that as well. So it's either way. And then if you go to my gradebook, you can click on your different classes. So if we look at this class and see that they have a dog one they're doing for our animal science unit, you can see how much time they spent on the videos, and you can also see their answers. So it does give you some data points. Gives you some information here as well. You can go through and look at their answers. You can also leave feedback on them through a comment and get some information. And you can go to the next student as well. So that is EdPuzzle in a nutshell. Just know that if you're going to share videos, you want to give the name of the video to someone so they can search content and assign it to their own classes, because it is going to be a different link. You don't want to be able to share links, otherwise you'll end up with all the same stuff for different classes, different teachers in there. So if any other questions, please feel free to let me know. But this is a great resource to get some more lessons and direct instruction out to our students while still involving them and having it be a little bit more interactive.